Nighthawks of Anchorage taking on the Sentinels of Toronto.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage,
they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's...
They defer to Brown to start the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
a terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Mahomes to throw once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays. 5 yards that time in the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to hold it to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
The kick by pass is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
it's true against the pass. Issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step.
There he goes, left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Warren. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in Q1. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And an Anchorage first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shelton fights him off. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
You have to figure with this offense on 2nd and inches, they're in ideal shape, but then they end up getting an incompletion, a run stuffed on 3rd and inches, and you look around and say, how did it become 4th down?
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready.
And this is going to be intercepted. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks are an extra point away from taking the lead. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Brown going up the middle.
A solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd quarter now. Toronto in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays is uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Sentinels are able to move back in front. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Shelton, and he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down now. It's Shelton. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And an Anchorage 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Shelton.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Nighthawks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That's enough to get on the 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Toronto, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Brown on 2nd down.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it with Brown.
Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10. At the 36-yard
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Person. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Third down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
A solid stiff arm. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
From the 3, second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Sentinels have yet again retaken the lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out is their quarterback for this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on first and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Sentinels will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his second touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 19-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete. Bernard. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And one final game to highlight. It's Sunday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On second down, it's Shelton. There's some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown ground.
And the Nighthawks have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. So that drive in total 8 plays. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell powers by at the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. And they rattle off a big one. 43 yards on the ground. And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
This from 25 yards out.
The kick by Bass is good.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you?
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Well, he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
And a huge play that time. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
69 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mahomes going to throw. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Sentinels add 6 to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Mahomes will throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth.
Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40.
Offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Welcome back to Toronto as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. It's caught right side by Daniels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They'll run on first down. Farrell. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 3rd down, Cooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw here. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On 2nd down now. Farrell.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Dances by him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 15 in the first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Marvin Mims with career touchdown number 75. And the Sentinels are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
1st down, Nighthawks.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. Bernard. Touchdown! A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Nighthawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Mahomes now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Farrell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 16, a minute 53 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. It's taken to the 26. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. There he goes, right side. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there. 51 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Toronto, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town.
Meanwhile, for Anchorage,
they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.